Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to Mr. Krabbe's Reading Corner. Today we're taking a look at Santa's favorite story. Santa tells the story of the first Christmas. This book is done by Hisoko Aoki and Ivan Gantchev. I really hope I did those names right. I probably didn't, but I love what I'm seeing already. Let's check it out. Well, there's a personal note to Will from grandparents. And this book, everybody, has not been broken in at all. One cold day in December, a fox was walking in the forest. As he looked at the snowy trees, he remembered it would be soon Christmas. Then he heard something. He sniffed the air and looked around. What is he sniffing, you think? Can we see anything that the fox might be sniffing? So we've got some trees. There's a bird, maybe. Well, let's see. What's the bird looking at? What is that? Well, who is that? Let's find out. Oh, sorry. There, fast asleep against a tree, was Santa Claus. He was snoring. Oh my goodness, thought the fox. Santa Claus has come early this year. I'd better go and tell everyone he's here. So he'd hurried off to tell all the other animals that lived in the forest. Santa's got to be pretty cold there. I mean, I know he's a stocky gentleman, but even I get cold. When they heard the news, the animal hopped and ran and scampered and flew to the tree. A squirrel chattered excitedly, and Santa Claus slowly stretched, yawned, and then opened his eyes to see the faces of a dozen little creatures. "Why are you here?" they asked him. "Is Christmas going to be early this year?" asked the fox. "I'm sorry if I've worried you, my friends," said Santa. "I went for a long hike this morning to get in shape for Christmas Eve. But I guess I walked until I got too tired. Maybe all those heavy presents will be too much for me to deliver this year." The animals looked alarmed. "Does that mean there won't be a Christmas anymore?" asked the fox. No, said Santa in a kindly voice. "Christmas hasn't got anything to do with me. Sit down and I'll tell you all the story of the first Christmas." It happened long, long ago, in a faraway place called Bethlehem. Some shepherds were watching over their sheep in the fields outside the town. It was very quiet and still. Suddenly, a beautiful star appeared in the sky. The shepherds heard a voice saying, "Do not be afraid. I have good news for you all. Today in the town of Bethlehem, the Christ child has been born. God has sent his Son to show what God's love is like. Follow the star to his stable." Oh, there's the three. Can you imagine? Oh my goodness. You're tending to your sheep and all of a sudden a beam of light pops up in the night sky. Man, oh man, telling you to go check out God's Son in a stable. The shepherds followed the star over hills and through valleys, across bridges and past little villages, taking all their livestock with them. All the while the star shone brighter and brighter, until at last it stopped above a small stable. The shepherds and their sheep stopped too, for there in the stable was a baby, lying in a manger. The shepherds knew that this was the Son of God. and they knelt down and prayed. And that is what happened in Bethlehem when the Christ child came. It's my favorite story because it reminds me why we are so happy at this time of the year. Love was the gift God gave us on the first Christmas. And it still is, you know, and this love is far better than any presents I can ever deliver. Santa Claus put his hands in his pockets and looked slowly around the circle of animals with a kind and happy smile on his face. "How silly we have been," said the fox, "to think that Christmas was only about presents." "So now you know," said Santa. "But come on, you're right. It's almost Christmas. Let's go back to my place and get things ready." All the animals followed as Santa Claus ran off toward his house. He didn't even look tired anymore because he had remembered how much fun his work was going to be. And he's hustling. I mean, he's outrunning all of these animals. Goodness gracious. And the birds are here like, I'm not even going to try. The animals stayed at Santa's house until Christmas Day and helped him every way they could. Of course, the reindeer helped by going out with him to deliver the presents the night before. "Oh, it's a bug. Oh, it's a stone." Oh my gosh. After a fine Christmas dinner, Santa gave every animal a present. Excuse me, everyone. And as they sat around the fireplace later in the day, they all asked to hear Santa's favorite story again. It was a very special Christmas day for everyone. Santa was sure that he had the nicest time of all, though, because he remembered that the best present ever is Christmas itself. Okay, let's unwrap that. Okay. All right, everybody. So that was Santa's favorite story. I liked that a lot. I think that as great as Christmas is, and as fun as seeing Santa all over the place is, Christmas really did start with Christ, you know? I mean, God's greatest gift he could have ever given, and did ever give, was his son, Jesus. I mean, you know, why do you think it's called Christmas? Christ, right? But anyway, I had a lot of fun reading this, and this was a gorgeous book. I'm sorry about the intrusion with the bug. I was not expecting that at all, but it was a fun little zest at the end of our story. I hope in this Christmas season that we can reflect on the gifts we give to one another, and we can reflect on it in a way of being thankful to God for the gift that he gave us, his son Jesus. Have a very Merry Christmas, everybody, and an awesome New Year. Thank you so much for joining me, and have a great rest of your day. Goodbye.